Ohio Healthy Food Cooperatives. Ohio Healthy Food Cooperatives. Join us to rebuild America using sustainable agriculture through CAFO, animal manure management, converting dung to dollars, and manure to money. The issues: ammonium and biogas pollution of air, phosphorus pollution of water, diabetes, cardiovascular, and cancer from unhealthy GMO-contaminated food, obesity because of poverty, hunger because of food deserts, poverty from unemployment, hopelessness, and the huge income gap. The objectives: clean water, clean air, clean soil. Eliminate air, soil, and water pollution with sustainable animal manure management. This slide shows the phosphorus pollution of western Lake Erie and Lake St. Clair. No matter where we live, we drink, breathe, and eat the products of CAFO farm externalities. These are the animal waste products that are not managed to minimize the effect of their production on the environment. The issues are climate change, polluted drinking water, low air quality, and health outcomes. An example of CAFO manure externalities. This field was flooded with more than 200,000 gallons of dairy manure. It was applied 4 times, from soybean harvest in late September through December when this photo was taken. The field of 20 acres would only need about 200 pounds of phosphates for his crop of 140 bushel per acre corn. It got more than 1 ton. A lot of it flowed into the river over the winter and following spring. Was it too much? This colorful sunset was caused by air pollution and geoengineering chemtrail residue over the fields of Ohio and every state in the Union. The Mohican River runs red with farm runoff, and the fish die from phosphorus and nitrogen eutrophication downstream in the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing is as it appears to be. Sunrise. Same position, facing east. Red sky in the morning, sailor take warning. Geoengineering goes on worldwide, night and day. Aluminum oxide, barium, and strontium. How can we protect the food we grow? Greenhouses, powered with biogas, protected from noxious fallout. Climate change, from whatever cause, is endangering the continued existence of hundreds of species becoming extinct as we blunder on, ignoring the solutions. In 2015, in a rural setting, I saw 3 monarch butterflies. Only a dozen honeybees visited our flowers, and the bumblebees were tiny. I've not heard a single whippoorwill in 5 years. 2015 went on record as the hottest year. The California drought and raging fires are an outcome of El Nino, where Pacific Ocean temperatures are warmer by 2 degrees Celsius. Sea lions, we call them seals, are crawling on their flippers across the beach over the highway searching for food on land. Cyclones have devastated the Philippines, parts of China, and India. Texas was flooded after years of drought. Midwest crops were flooded in the spring and dried out later without rain. The hills of Ohio are silent. The birds are leaving. Our beautiful forests are being cut and lumber exported. No one is replanting these lungs of our world that convert carbon dioxide into plant growth and oxygen. Some farmers are dumping manure in them. Is that the final abuse? We are what we eat. Thousands are sickened by E. coli-laden vegetables polluted by manure runoff. 36% of Americans are obese. That's almost 120 million fat people. The American diet is based on greasy hamburger, fried hot, French fried potatoes, and 32-ounce carbonated beverages sweetened with fructose. School lunch will be a corn dog with a cookie. A wiener dipped in cornmeal batter and deep fried with a sugar-loaded confection to top off the meal. You ask, why are the kids fat? Our solution is non-GMO vegetables locally grown for nutrient density and made available affordably for local consumption. This is a comparison of the minerals of natural vegetables versus agribusiness commercial produce. The one I like best is spinach. Organic spinach has 1,584 parts per million of iron, where commercial spinach has 49 parts per million. Tomatoes have 1,938 parts per million of iron, and commercial tomatoes have 1 part per million. Lettuce has 516 parts per million, and commercial lettuce has 9 parts per million. Cabbage, 94 parts per million versus 20 parts per million for commercial. Green beans, 227 parts per million of iron versus 10 parts per million for commercial. Fighting back. The Parlin law firm is soliciting victims of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, if they were exposed to glyphosate herbicides, to join a class action lawsuit to collect damages from the manufacturers, vendors, and applicators of glyphosate-based herbicides. This includes householder user victims. Their number is 1-800-908-5770. We can protect ourselves by not using Roundup or Dow Syngenta products and not eating GMO engineered food that contains glyphosate modified DNA molecules. We can protect our families and friends by joining the crowdfunding portal at www.capitalfunderscoop.com to finance nationwide cooperatives that will eliminate pollution, grow healthy, non-contaminated food, and create great jobs revolutionizing worldwide agriculture. There is no mystery in our health dilemma when we eat belly-filling cellulose that is essentially devoid of trace minerals, the ones our bodies need to resist cancer and to grow healthy immune systems. There is no nutrient value to this fodder. Why are these vegetables deficient? The action of glyphosate, the petroleum-based chemical whose molecules were injected using tissue culture techniques to create resistance to glyphosate, is to reduce the availability of natural minerals to the plant. GMO vegetables and grains are deficient in trace minerals. What will this diet do to us? We are sick and tired. Our health care costs are skyrocketing under Obamacare, the insurance industry-sponsored boondoggle, and will rise in the next decade to more than $1 trillion. Even worse, we develop diabetes, heart, and stroke problems. Feel terrible being miserable all the time, and then we die, hoping the $259 from Social Security for the burial payment will cover our cost of disposal. The solution? We can join to form cooperatives that can change the world by growing good vegetables undercover, sheltered from chemtrail, aluminum, barium, strontium residues. We can increase nutrient density in our vegetables by growing in the microgrow media that is reinforced with more than 22 trace minerals. This we can do. Buy an Ohio OHFC debenture bond and help yourself. Cooperative capitalism works. Google Mondragon. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, do something. Join the movement and buy an OHFC debenture bond. Be an investor. Buy $20, $50, or $100 bonds that pay 4.5% and redeem in 5 years. Or be a member. Buy a $250 bond at 4.5% interest, which redeems in 5 years, and get a 5-year membership. Or be a 5-year junior member. Buy a 5-year $1,000 bond at 4.5%, redeems in 5 years, and be a member for 5 years. Or be a 10-year junior member. Buy a 10-year $2,000 bond at 6%, and it redeems at 10% every year. So at the 10th year, you've got your capital all back. Crowdfunding portal is www.capitalfunderscoop.com. A picture of the happy heifers in the sunshine munching on corn ensilage in a pasture of green grass. Whether or not we are vegetarians, we need protein. The humane treatment of animals provides us with great nutrition, providing certain nutrients unavailable from plant materials only. Many environmentalists oppose CAFO farms, CAFO farms, and their output. The production of methane gas, expressed as flatus, is a considerable volume. However, we can convert manure into biogas and eliminate the need for a huge volume of frack gas. We do this by building modern production facilities that replicate the biological digestive systems to produce biogas, 60% methane and 40% carbon dioxide. The biogas is consumed for energy, with the internal combustion of methane producing electricity and the use of CO2 to grow vegetables in greenhouses heated with biogas. The photo is a paradox, with wind turbines in the background and a fossil fuel fracked oil well installation in the foreground. Our happy heifers have grown up and are now confined in a spacious barn where they eat, sleep, and defecate about 15 pounds of feces and urine every day. They average about 18,000 pounds of milk per year. When they don't, they become hamburgers. A mountain of chopped silage is needed to feed 2,000 cows. Silage in, S out. OHFC will convert animal manure into energy and valuable products. It takes a lake to hold the manure from 2,000 cows. This farm has 3 lakes. If you look in the sky, you'll see the chemtrail cloud patterns. The 3 previous slides illustrate the need for intelligent management of CAFO manure in the prodigious quantities generated daily. Big plants are needed to process dairy and broiler manure profitably. These big plants require big investments. The proceeds are big. The three of the 4 anaerobic digester vessels shown above hold 950,000 gallons each. They produce 700 cubic meters of biogas daily, 118 tons of solid fertilizer, and 38,000 gallons of liquid effluent. Big production needs big markets. Just as the shit lake fills up, the output of these plants is relentlessly produced daily. The products must be sold daily. OHFC will sell the product worldwide. This photo is a bridge deck of an empty container ship passing through the Welland Canal that joins Lake Erie to Lake Ontario on its way back to the St. Lawrence Seaway. We can fill it with containers loaded with our biogas fertilizer. The application restrictions in Ohio make it necessary to sell our biogas production overseas, in part. Africa is a huge market with high demand and a long extended application season. We will combat hunger in Africa and develop agronomy systems that help overcome drought by deepening the topsoil layer for rainwater storage instead of runoff. Southeast Asia is another huge market. America needs modern dairy farms like this with sustainable manure management. We make it possible for these operations to make a profit. The 2,000 head dairy farm has an investment of more than $15 million and loses $500,000 annually. We change all that and make it possible to earn a positive $500,000 a year with environmental and economic benefits for all. Let's protect our environment and improve people's health with non-GMO food. The marriage of greenhouses with biogas production was made in heaven. The biogas provides electricity for extended photosynthesis, lighting, heat, and carbon dioxide to make plants grow faster and bigger. Thousands of jobs are created planting, growing, and harvesting wonderful vegetables. Many additional jobs are created producing salads for school lunches and for package sales to organic and natural food stores. Other jobs are created packing our weekly market baskets for internet sales. We will eliminate food deserts with our internet weekly market baskets that can be bought with an EBT card that automatically provides a 25% discount and free delivery. Inner city neighborhoods have immediate access to 10 pounds of fresh veggies every week. The use of biogas and self-generated electricity reduces costs of production when combined with the micro CCP continuous companion planting practice that will yield as many as 17 crops a year. There is no hard stoop labor, no dirty jobs, no good living wages with cooperative membership, revenue sharing, life and health insurance, and skills training. Food security equals jobs because people need to eat. Globalism and the Neue Weltordnung, the American New World Order, see where it comes from? Nazi Germany, have exported our American jobs to third world countries that pay slave wages, expecting us to borrow enough to pay for the imports. As an old form of capitalism, cooperative capitalism shines a ray of hope for the 99% at the bottom of the income wealth inequality gap. Google Mondragon. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, do something. Join the movement and buy an OHFC debenture bond. Be an investor. Crowdfunding portal, www.capitalfunders.com.